What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about joint pain, and for anybody that suffers from joint pain ranging from just creaky joints in the morning or something more serious like arthritis, this is going to be something that you can try that may be beneficial and help reduce or even eliminate these symptoms. What it's going to be is to eliminate nightshades from the diet. You're going to give yourself 2 to 4 weeks to monitor yourself. Make sure you don't consume anything in the form of food or supplement. And then you're going to track if you have any progress or any reduction in pain levels. Once you complete the set amount of time that you're going to do, you're going to reintroduce these foods and see if you have any negative reactions. The science of why nightshades can be problematic for people is a little complicated, and I don't pretend to understand it completely, but there are a few mechanisms for why these can be problematic. They all contain glycoalkaloids with solanine, tomatine, capsaicin in potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers, and these glycoalkaloids can serve as acetylcholinesterase inhibitors, which stops the body's natural enzyme acetylcholinesterase from breaking down acetylcholine, which can be problematic for muscles being overused and not being able to fully relax. Another problem is nicotine. Obviously, nicotine is in tobacco, which is a nightshade, but it is also contained in other vegetables such as tomato, eggplant, and this can be problematic. And then these nightshades are tropanes, which are similar to atropine and scopolamine, which are two very serious drugs that cause a lot of problems for people. What are the nightshades? The list of nightshades contain white potatoes, all their varieties, including purple potatoes, gold potatoes, anything like that. Sweet potatoes and yams are not nightshades, so those are okay. Next we have tomatoes, which includes things like tomatillos and then any variety of tomato. Then eggplant. Then there's sweet and hot peppers, so any kind of pepper, chili pepper, bell pepper, paprika. These are all nightshades. Black and white pepper though are okay. Then we have tobacco, and then last we have just random things. We have goji berry, ashwagandha, gooseberries, pepino melons, ground cherries. And then for foods to look out for are going to be white potatoes are fairly obvious, but there is something called modified food starch, which a lot of times does contain potatoes, and this is going to be in something like shredded cheese or different packaged foods. Then tomatoes, they're going to be in a lot of different sauces. So an experiment you can do is go walk down the sauce aisle in the grocery store and try to find any sauce that doesn't contain a nightshade in the form of a pepper or tomato. It's very hard to find. And then eggplant is pretty obvious. Sweet and hot peppers, again, this is going to be mostly in sauces. Tobacco, anything that you consume or smoke is going to be a nightshade containing product. And then lastly, just different supplement blends sometimes will contain ashwagandha or the goji berries. When you're doing the elimination, some replacements you can do are going to be sweet potatoes for white potatoes. These will work in most recipes that call for white potatoes. For tomatoes, for something like a salsa, you can make a salad. You can make a salsa with fruit in place. So one thing that I'll use is a fruit salsa with either pineapple or mango, and then add in cilantro, lemon, black pepper, red onions, and you can make sort of a salsa that will work in place of tomato salsa. And then for eggplant, you can use zucchini, which I think has a similar flavor. The hardest one is going to be hot peppers. There's not a great alternative for them, but you can make a sauce with lemon and vinegar. Something like a chimichurri sauce works pretty well. And so, in summary, if you do suffer from symptoms of joint pain, this can be something helpful, and it takes 2 to 4 weeks of your life, and you'll know if this is causing problems for you. So in my opinion, I think it's something useful for people to do. There's a lot on the internet of people saying there's no connection between nightshades and inflammation or joint pain. But for myself, I've found there's a very strong connection. People I know have also done this and have found a lot of benefits from it. So try it for 2 weeks. I would say if you start to notice benefits, a lot of benefits, then you can do the reintroduction phase. If you notice you're starting to slowly get benefits, you can extend it all the way up to a couple months so you can get the full effect of the body being cleared of these foods. And then once you feel like you've got to that, then do the reintroduction phase, and then you can see if there is a connection between these foods. For example, for me, with white potatoes, if I have a lot of white potatoes, the next day I'll have a kink in my neck and I'll have sore joints. My back will be sore, my knees will be sore. And I've recreated this multiple times to the point that I know if I have something like French fries or mashed potatoes, that's what I'm going to experience the next day. So another thing is, if you do notice these connections, it doesn't mean that you can never eat these foods again, but you just understand the connection between I eat this, I have this reaction, and then choose accordingly. So there's certain foods that I really love that I will make exceptions for and eat them if I want to go out to a restaurant or something. But on generally my day-to-day, I'll avoid these foods, and then I'll be symptom-free. If you want to do any more reading on this, there's 2 books that I would recommend. One is Childers' Diet to Stop Arthritis by Norman F. Childers. The other is Nightshade Free, Pain Free by Michael Fowler. Both of these are pretty hard to find. I had to buy them on eBay. So they are helpful though, and there's pretty interesting books. So if you found this information helpful, feel free to subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.